The Clippers' most important play of the season came on Christmas Day, up 3 points with under 10 seconds left. Patrick Beverley blocked LeBron's game-tying 3 attempt to seal the win. And Shannon, I know you remember it. How much did this play mean for the Clippers?
Well, because the difference is, Jenny, is that the Lakers season isn't based on whether or not they beat the Clippers. The Clippers seem to be hell-bent on beating the Lakers because they're looked at as tenants in a building that's occupied by the Lakers. So it's always has been, always will be, big brother versus little brother. So they get that game meant way more to the Clippers than it did to the Lakers. Even when they win, you see, but we repaid the favor. I get Christmas Day, national audience. This was the second time they had beaten the Lakers, remember, opening night. And in both games, the Lakers was leading at one point in time in the fourth quarter. But, give the Clippers credit. They started making shots, did a great job on limiting the Lakers to one shot, and the Lakers couldn't buy a basket in the first 2 games. But we saw what happened when LeBron James says enough of this bull jive. I'm sick of you guys talking. Y'all talk about Giannis like he a Greek god. I'm the king. I rule over the NBA. And he took him down that Friday night and says, you know what? When Phil Handy says, okay, what we going to do about Kawhi? I got it. That's what we going to do about Kawhi. And he busted. He let you know he busted. Them in them old decrepit New Balance shoes, Skip Bayless. You saw what we did when it mattered. No. Now, I'm trying to figure out where was Pat Bev, Skip, in this last game. Because remember, he got subbed out with 6:49 left, and he came back in 1 defensive possession. He had 2 points. In other words, the defensive guy, the irritant, became unplayable. So that's fine and good. And if I bet you, when it came down to it, this was the play because of who it came against. They got so good. They had a parade up and down in Hollywood about we beat the Lakers on Christmas, we beat the Lakers on Christmas. And it made them feel good. They ain't do nothing for us. It don't move the needle. We know we the best in the West, and we going to prove it. Soon as we start this thing back up, on our way to get another chip, number 4 for LeBron, 4 Finals MVP.
By the way, in that third game you speak of, LeBron, quote-unquote, busted up Kawhi thanks to Avery Bradley making, what was it, like 12 threes? Every time I looked up, Avery Bradley made another 3. Yeah, Kawhi actually outplayed LeBron in the third game also, but I'll get to Kawhi and LeBron in just a moment because I got to go back to my man, Pat Bev. This play on Christmas Day was the play of the year for the upstart Los Angeles Clippers. On this play, a little 6'1" guy who started off his pro career 4 years overseas, playing in Greece, Ukraine, Russia. That little man went right up into 6'9" LeBron James and made the king look like a court jester on this play. I mean, you might say that little Pat Bev actually bullied LeBron James on the play of the year for the Clippers. So what happened on this play? LeBron was going to bring the ball up into position to shoot a 3, but I thought he brought it up a little timidly, without much conviction or authority or force to jerk it up and get it in a set position and shoot a 3 like he meant it. Go ahead. That's not a
Skip. Nobody shoots like that. Nobody jerks the ball up to shoot the ball through the motion like that. Skip, come on now. That's not a normal shooting motion. He was going up with his normal shooting motion.
If you got a 6'1" guy on you, you got to get the ball past his hands. So Pat Bev snakes his hand out, gets all ball, and gets enough of the ball that he knocks it back through LeBron's hands, out of bounds, off LeBron, back over his head. I've never seen anything quite like it on the play of the game on Christmas night. Whoa. So 6'1", blocked 6'9", off 6'9's hands, out of bounds. It was the statement play of the year for the upstart Clippers. It's one of the great statement plays I've ever seen on Christmas Day when we always say the NBA season is just getting going. That launched the Clippers into a mindset of we can play with them. But more important was the bigger issue of what happened after LeBron James hit his last shot with 6:39 left. He hit a 2-point jump shot. I'll give him that. Way to go, LeBron. It put the Lakers up 7 points. Again, if you give Michael Jordan a 7-point lead over your arch rival on basically a neutral floor, Michael Jordan's not going to spit that one up. I'm sorry. So guess what happened to LeBron James down the stretch? He went 0 for 3, all from 3, and he went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So over the last 6:39 of this game, LeBron once again melted down. Meanwhile, my man Kawhi Leonard scored 9 points over the last 6:39. He made a 3, he made a 2, and he made 4 free throws, went 4 for 4 from the free throw line, something LeBron probably could never do under pressure down the stretch in a big rivalry game. So Kawhi scored 9 points down the stretch to 1 point for LeBron James, and then little Pat Bev capped it off, playing with his heart, in his soul, in his guts, playing with that dog in him that barks so loudly, especially against LeBron James, and he blocked the shot off LeBron out of bounds. Wow, I could not make that up. Only in Hollywood on Christmas night could that play happen. Way to go, Patrick Beverley.
Look, Nate Robinson at 5'8", 5'9", blocked Yao Ming at 7'5.5". A 5'9" went up and blocked Yao Ming at 7'5.5". Skip, if you play long enough, you're probably going to have a shot block. You're going to get dunked on. That's what happens. It's just like in the NFL. Somebody's going to make a circus catch, but you also going to get your block knocked off if you play receiver or tight end. Those things happen. You like to make people think that anything that negative happened to LeBron is only unique to LeBron. Like Michael Jordan has never had a shot block. Michael Jordan never lost a game. He never missed a game-winning shot. He never had a struggle. He struggled the last 2 games in the finals against the Seattle Supersonics. He was 6 of 19, 6 of 21. So what was that, Skip? You got to, this was not about, and every time it comes up about anything that LeBron is in, you try to make it a competition. Skip, we're still painting our masterpiece. When it's said and done, I'll let you know, and then we can compare. But what we're working on is better than the Mona Lisa. That will not be the most sought-after piece of artwork in the world. What we finish will be the most sought-after masterpiece. And we're not even done doing it yet. We're still adding colors. We're still adding the finishing touches on it. We're about 3 years away from finishing this thing.
Patrick Beverley painted a mustache on the Mona Lisa on Christmas night on national TV for everyone to see. And I ask you, Shannon Sharpe, did Nate Robinson block Yao Ming on a potential game-tying shot? No. Did Michael Jordan ever get blocked on a potential game-tying shot? No. Did LeBron James get blocked by Mario Hezonja at Madison Square Garden 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Or just last basketball season on a game-winning shot? Yes, he got blocked by Mario Hezonja.
You trying to do, Skip?
What?
What you've done, what you've been able to do is that you've been able to add value to Michael Jordan losses. See, if he lose, that was Michael Jordan. It happens. LeBron James is how he lost in such a dramatic fashion. Michael Jordan would have never lost. But you say the same thing at the end, a loss. LeBron lost, Michael Jordan lost. You see, what you've tried to do is that you've tried to add value, and a lot of people have added value to Michael Jordan losses. He scored 63. He caught the L. He scored 49. He caught the L. So I'm just trying to figure, at what point in time do we say a loss is a loss? Because we have a hard time doing that with Michael Jordan. But LeBron, oh my goodness, Michael Jordan would have never lost. Oh, but he did. But he scored 63. So we add value to losses? I thought, yes.
Wait a second. Michael Jordan scored 63 against Larry Bird's Celtics on their way to winning the NBA championship. It was the team Larry said was my best team in Boston, in my whole Boston run. And after that game, Larry Bird said that was Michael Jordan disguised as God. Nobody ever said that's LeBron James disguised as God.
But he lost. Skip, the accolades, the hyperbole means nothing if you catch the L. Tom Brady in that Super Bowl against the Eagles was throwing like God. He was God-esque. 505, but he called an L.
Yep, he was.
The L at the end of the day. How did you finish that statement? Larry Bird said he was Jesus, God in sneakers. He said that was his most impressive team, but we hung the L on Mike. So at the end of the day, if you finish up by saying you lost, nothing else matters.
Well, Shannon, you lost to the Clippers.
We're going to leave
You're 2-1.
We're going to leave it. Oh, I miss basketball. Fingers crossed we get some of that back soon. We're going to shift gears completely, guys, and discuss perhaps the most difficult challenge that athletes face when they first get their money and when they get that fame. Good discussion coming up next on Undisputed.